You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Rittner and Gunnar Kane.
I'm tired.
Mark, you don't get to be tired this week.
Yo, the sun did me in yesterday.
Because you got to play golf and now you're all sunburnt.
I'm not even burnt. I'm just working on that tan.
Your ears look all red.
Oh, yeah. Those are going to fall off from the sun one day.
Yeah.
Yikes.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, I'm kind of ready.
Alrighty.
You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Rittner and Gunnar Kane.
Hello and welcome to the Swingdom. My name is Ben Rittner. I'm a 10.5 handicap this week. I went up. Still playing my Cobras. Got some Clevelands in there as well. I'm here with my best golfing buddy, Gunnar. He is an 8 handicap. But it sounds like that went up. Sounds like that went up yesterday.
No, probably not. No, because I played from the tip, so that helps out.
All right. Well, he's an 8 handicap. He's playing some Titleists and some Cobra clubs as well. What's going on, Gunnar?
Oh, I'm being sun soaked right now. It's my skin's a little itchy.
You look itchy. You look very itchy.
I am itchy. Go Broncos.
You played golf yesterday?
I did. Yeah, I played golf yesterday. It was awesome. I didn't lose a ball. Fantastic.
That's always good.
Yeah, and we'll get into this more, but at the end when we talk about our stuff. But I came upon a revelation with my long clubs. You know, like my 6 and up.
Yeah.
And holy smokes!
Long irons.
Yeah, long irons, hybrid, 3-wood driver. I fixed something, and the funny part of the story is how I came across this revelation. But yeah, I fixed it all, and man, I was hitting bombs all day yesterday. Everything was working.
That's awesome.
I was so excited.
Are you ready for the news?
I am ready for the news. Are you ready?
I'm not. I mean, there's no golf, so there's not a whole lot of news. Like I made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I was big time wrong. For some reason I can't get this PGA schedule right in my head, and I thought there was golf this weekend.
No.
So I got on the good old golf channel on Thursday and was like, "Why?
Hey, where's all the golf?
Where's all the golf?" And,
yeah, you promised us golf.
Then I was just a big old dummy. So
yeah, well, it's funny you say that because I went on the golf channel this weekend looking for golf just because you said it was on.
Yeah.
I didn't even take the time. I realize I'm half of this podcast, but I took the time. I should have taken the time to realize, like, hey, you misled me on this. I trusted you.
I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you didn't trust me. So.
Well, I did.
Oh,
I trusted, and you were wrong.
Don't do that.
So I had to go play golf.
That's good. That's good. I played golf.
Yeah. You know.
I've got some more videos coming out for the YouTube channel.
Good.
I played Augusta National.
Are you?
No, I did. Yeah, I went to Augusta and played Augusta National.
Was it everything you hope it would be?
You know what? It was a bit smaller than I was anticipating. It was a bit more sort of in one room. Well, look, the course was as green as ever. The scenery was beautiful. Yeah. I had a great time out there.
Good. I'm glad.
No. Well, I mean, for me, yeah, I think I shot like an 8. I shot in the 80s, so that felt pretty good.
Oh, good.
First time out there, yeah. I've got to thank Cobra. Nice. I've got to thank Cobra for giving me their 1-length club.
That's right.
It's everything from driver to putter all in one club.
Oh, yeah. So you only played with one club.
Yeah.
That's a pretty ballsy thing to do with getting to play Augusta National. You only played with one club.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, you still shot in the 80s, so that's good.
I felt good about it. So that's what I did this week. Yeah. So let's get to the news.
All right. First, I'm just going to start off the news with saying everybody love everybody. Get that out of the way. Sad bit of news. And I don't know if you read about this, but there was a big storm in Pennsylvania, in the Philadelphia area.
It was like a microburst.
Yeah, melancholy happy trails to Justin Regal of the Philmont Country Club in Philadelphia section of the PGA.
Yep.
Passed away in the storm. Tree fell on the clubhouse while he was taking carts in. Yeah, real sad. There is a there is a GoFundMe page set up. So if anybody in the Philadelphia area or any of our listeners want to help his family out, I know the title of PGA at the end of your name is
it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal, but it often doesn't pay like it sounds it does.
No.
So there's a GoFundMe page set up. I think part of the GoFundMe is to maybe do some sort of like a tribute thing for him, as well as to cover funeral costs.
And they'll probably do some sort of memorial tournament as well.
Yeah, probably. So some of the money's gonna go to that. So it's Justin, Justin Regal, Riegal. Just go to GoFundMe, type that in, you'll find it. Yeah, let's get that out of the way. Big news: Memorial Tournament on July 13th. All right, that's the Thursday.
Yep.
Memorial Tournament in Ohio will be the very first tournament post COVID-19 that's going to have fans in it.
Yeah.
That's because Ohio is reopened to all entertainment gatherings. Are you excited about this?
I am excited about this. Yes and no. I'm not unexcited by it.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to do what's safest.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, I just want to do what's safest. If everybody thinks that's what's safest, that's fine. When it comes to this virus, golf is the safest sport, I'm assuming, because you're not touching anything of anybody else's. And if you don't want to be any closer than 2 meters, you really don't have to.
Yeah, I would assume that golf, tennis, maybe the javelin are probably the safest sports you can do.
Is javelin ever safe?
Yeah, I mean, you're basically on a football field. Nobody's on the field with you,
but you're
throwing a stick. Yeah, well,
what if somebody runs in the way? What if somebody accidentally gets hurt?
That's on them.
Okay. All right.
That's not. We're talking about elite athletes throwing spears. This is high-end spear throwing. All right.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's safe.
Okay. So golf is
I've never once seen a javelin. Golf is safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You've never once seen a javelin spear anybody?
No. I've never seen it not
Adam
being
Sandler
thrown.
Movie.
I've seen an Adam Sandler movie.
I think that's Billy Madison. I think somebody gets stabbed by a spear in Billy Madison.
Oh, probably.
All right.
I wouldn't be surprised if
golf is safe. So, okay, anything else in the news?
Yeah, we got plenty. We didn't. I was going to give you my take on the Memorial Tournament.
Oh, my brain is poop.
It's all right.
All right. So I mean, can they do it efficiently? Can they do it safely? The Memorial Tournament. I mean, it's at Jack's Place.
Mm-hmm.
Muirfield Village.
Yeah, I'm excited to have the feel of real golf.
Yeah.
But I'm in the same boat. Like, it's probably not going to be safe.
If you had tickets, would you go?
No, I wouldn't go.
Yeah.
No, and
there goes my would you rather.
The problem is that, you know, here in the U.S., and again, I really don't know what it's like in England, but here in the U.S., every state, and not to mention every county in every state, opens up at their own pace.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll give you an example. Gavin, my son, is on 2 different tours this year. Everyone has to be on the same level of reopening for the tours to continue. But
Yeah.
they're in several different counties.
Mhm.
So if one out of the 7 counties isn't open, then nothing happens.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. Now, when it comes to each state, the governor of Ohio has said across the board throughout the whole state that the entertainment gatherings can reopen.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really based on the governor. He can
Are
decide.
they like doing tests on patrons? Like, are they doing temperature tests on patrons as they walk through?
There's nothing coming out. He just said we're good to go. We're gonna have this thing.
Okay, that's weird. I mean, you would think they would have like sort of like laser thermometers
yeah.
and be like,
I'm
sorry,
sure
you're
he
like
could-
102, you stay out. Sorry, like, and then we're not refunding your ticket. This is a risk you took.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it that way, and I don't want to go too deep in the weeds here, but if let's say you're standing in line to get your temperature taken for an hour, then the guy in front of you gets sent home because he has a temperature of 102. Well, you've been standing near that guy, probably chit-chatting with him, whatever,
Getting
for an
spit
hour.
on.
Yeah, and I'm sure you have to wear masks, but who wants to wear a mask in the middle of July? And
I mean, I
Ohio,
think
you know what
it's
I
a
mean?
rush. I think, I think we're still rushing it a little bit. I'd like to see the numbers come down a bit. Hopefully July will be better. I know everybody sort of is saying like the summer's going to be much, much better.
It's kind of weird. I think they should kind of leave this up to the PGA, where it looks like the PGA and the USGA have said we'll leave it up to wherever we're playing, to the localities. They should just leave, like the NBA. So the NBA is going to finish out their season at Walt Disney World in Orlando. They're going to live in a bubble and nobody's allowed in or out. If you leave, you can't come back. No fans the remainder of the season. Do it that way with the PGA Tour. The tour just has to say, look, we're gonna go without fans for the rest of the season. We'll revisit this.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see if there are hot spots in places where golf has been.
Yeah.
Like if there are spikes because there are spikes in that locality.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll put this up. We'll throw it.
I'm still interested to see, like, and I'm not getting political. I'm still interested to see if there are going to be spikes in these locations where all these protests are taking place.
Yeah, probably. But from what I've seen, a lot of them, I know we had a march yesterday in our town, and basically 99% of the people were wearing masks.
Yeah.
So that's, at least they're taking that step. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really with fans coming back to sporting events, with all these civil rights marches going on. It's going to be interesting to see how flat the curve can get, or if you're right that it does just spike up.
Yeah.
All right. We good on Memorial Tournament?
I think so, yeah.
All right. So last week we talked about Justin Rose leaving Hanma, and Hanma. We were kind of speculating. Well, let me stop there. I don't think it's an aardvark. I think it's a mole.
Yeah, it's a mole. I looked it up last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
You never corrected me. I've been thinking hard
I didn't look it up till after the show.
Oh.
Yeah.
You still have my phone number. You could have said, hey, it's not an aardvark, but whatever.
Well, I think I said anteater. I think I said something quite ridiculous as well.
We both said something silly.
Yeah.
And it's a mole.
It's a mole, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Which is, to be fair, like, that's the enemy of golf.
The mole.
Yeah.
And
the gopher. They're similar creatures.
They're terrible.
Like, why would you put the enemy of golf?
Yeah.
I don't know. I always think it's funny when I see like golfers wearing Lacoste in Florida. I'm like, are you trying to get eaten by an alligator?
Yeah. Are you tempting fate?
Are you wear your alligator shirt.
Are you trying to be dead right now?
Yeah. All right. Do you think Justin Rose was like, oh yeah, like I'd love a new Honda Civic. Like I'd love to be sponsored by Honda. They were like, yeah, here's a new set of clubs you have to use all the time. And he was like, wait a second.
Wait, I don't like this. Well, we were kind of speculating where was he going to go from that, because it was kind of wide open, wasn't it?
Yeah. I
But
was speculating TaylorMade.
yeah, so you were dead on, because the what's in the bag for Justin Rose this week is all TaylorMade. Everything's TaylorMade, except he is carrying a Cobra Speed Zone Tour 5-wood in
Yeah.
the bag.
Old
But
Bluey.
he's back to the ball. He's back to the putter. I don't even think he ever left the putter, to be honest,
No.
or the ball.
Yeah.
But he's back. He's back to all the TaylorMade stuff.
Yeah.
And
It'll work well for him. It's he's comfortable there.
do you think TaylorMade's like, all right, well, you left us once, so your contract's going to be smaller?
No, I think so. This is the thing about TaylorMade, right? And I think like one of the reasons Nike went out of business is because they couldn't keep up with TaylorMade. But TaylorMade, their clubs are more expensive than they probably should be.
Mm-hmm.
They're sort of like the upper echelon. They're not like PXG or Mura or Hanma, but like they're as expensive as Titleists.
Sometimes, for the most part.
Yeah,
their tour stuff is,
Yeah, like their tour stuff is, like they're more expensive than Strixon. They're more expensive than, Cobra. Like they're way more expensive than Cobra. They're more expensive than Callaway. So those are sort of like the four companies. When I think of golf companies, I think of Callaway, Titleist, TaylorMade, and Cobra.
I do too. And you know what's
like, because I think of like the young guns, like Rickie Fowler's on Cobra, Jordan, Spieth, Justin Thomas are both Titleist guys. Patrick Reed is a Callaway guy, which is whatever. And then you've got like the TaylorMade team. But I think
the TaylorMade team is stacked.
Yeah, I think that because like the question is do you have any Adidas on course clothing?
Yes.
Okay, I don't. I tend to have Nike or Under Armour.
I'm actually a big fan of Adidas clothing. That's
okay.
Pretty much what I gravitate towards.
I've got a pair of 10-year-old Adi Tour like ultralight shoe, and I love them, and I wear them all the time. When they go, I'm gonna be like looking on eBay for another pair of them. I love those shoes.
Well, yeah, like Gavin wears Adi Boost. They're fantastic.
They're fantastic. I think it's what I've sort of heard around the courses that I play is that TaylorMade has to come out with like a club every 6 months.
Oh yeah, well that's what I was going to say. That's probably the reason Nike couldn't keep up. Is
it's like a
TaylorMade just bangs out clubs and all the. And I've been playing golf for a long time. I've also been in the golf business on and off for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I've never really seen much of a difference. Like you have to wait like 4 models. And this is no knock on Callaway. This is no knock on TaylorMade.
But it's like more like cars, right? It's like every like 5 years you see like a model change.
Yeah. But every year they come out with a new version.
It's like every 6 to 8 months. It's like, so they came out with the sim. The next sim is just going to have like weight transferring like weights around the bottom.
Right.
The next one's going to be like a slightly different color. Maybe the sim thing on the bottom will be a bit longer or shorter.
Where you see like, well, you see like Titleist, like let's take Scotty Cameron, right? They don't release a new line of putters for 4 years.
Yeah. But I'm like, let's go to like club makers entirely. Like Titleist is every two or three.
Every 2 or 3, right? Exactly. Like
Callaway tries to keep up, but they still do it every year.
Right. And that's tough.
And Cobra does it every year, but Cobra does it at like a different price point.
Well, not only that, but I think so. Like what I like about Cobra is that they kind of take the same line that Titleist takes with because Titleist doesn't really have like everything's basically a tour model with Titleist.
Yeah. And no. They've got the T line, which is like they're a player friendly line.
Yeah, but it's still being used on tour.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
So
like the T line is like the T100s, 200, 300s are all cavity backs. They're not muscle packs or blades.
Yeah, but they're still being used on professional tours. That's what I mean.
Yes.
But you're not going to see like a regular M6 iron set on tour, you're going to see the tour model
Yeah.
that is rarely available to the public.
Yeah.
It's harder to get and it's much
Yeah.
more expensive. What I like about Cobra is that, yes, they do put out like player friendly clubs,
Yeah.
but their tour models,
their forged stuff is beautiful.
Their forged stuff is fantastic, and you're not going to see another set of forged irons from Cobra for another couple years.
No.
Like they don't put out at the rate that Taylor
But
made
at the lower level, like they do
Callaway
sort of like
do. Yeah, they put out stuff. Yeah.
I was gonna say, because like the Speed Zone is the exact same thing as the F9.
It is. Yes.
Like exact same thing.
But they also have the tour model, which will hold up for the next couple of years.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And so they'll go through another few sets of player friendly stuff before they release a new tour model, which is nice.
That was quite the tangent. That was, yeah. So Justin Rose is back with TaylorMade.
Justin Rose back with TaylorMade. That's exactly what we were saying the whole time.
He was just missing the parties. That's what it was. He's like, I miss those long drive events.
Now, can
we call
imagine,
commercials?
Can you imagine these new commercials for TaylorMade if you throw Justin Rose into the mix with Tiger Woods, with Dustin Johnson, with Jason Day? It's going to be back to the golden days. I love Justin Rose on commercials when they're playing around on the course. That was great.
I don't love the Morgan Stanley commercial.
No, with Tom Watson.
No, isn't that a?
I thought it was Justin Rose and Tom Watson.
No, that's MasterCard.
Oh, is that the MasterCard one?
Yeah, there's one where he's just like hitting out of a bunker and then picking up a flag, and he's talking about financial advice.
Get that one out of here.
Yeah. All right, I've got some hot take news.
All right, so I just have one quick one, and then we'll definitely dive into your hot takes, because yours is a little bit more of a discussion.
Okay.
Sanford Health is rolling out mobile COVID testing for the tour for the remainder of the season. And it looks like they're just going to do everything as needed.
It's like 2 to 4 hour tests, so it should be good to go.
Yeah. You just walk in, get tested, wait, boom.
Does everybody at Memorial get a free test?
I don't know. I don't know if it's as needed. Yeah, Memorial is going to be different. They're rolling this out for Charles Schwab, obviously.
Yeah.
But I really don't know. Maybe they're going to do it like in the morning.
All right.
Before the players have to go out.
So we've got COVID tests for professionals, just not us.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, was that too political? I might have to take that out. That might have been too political.
No, that's not too political, because I yelled about that 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. All right. Are you ready for the hot take?
I am ready for your hot take.
Jack Nicklaus is the most underrated golfer of all time.
I'm going to let you sit and stew on what you've just said.
All right. Let's get to the real hot take. Where is Brady Schnell now?
Where is Brady Schnell now?
I don't know. He gets all up in arms and yells at doesn't even yell at. I would have so much more respect for him if you went up to Vijay Singh and was like, "You're a turd, go home." But he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't. So they announce they're doing the TPC Sawgrass Corn Ferry Invitational or whatever it is. And they just announced the list of players and alternates.
Is Brady Schnell on the list?
No, Brady Schnell he's playing.
Is he?
Yeah, he's playing. It's 156 players in the field.
Mm-hmm.
You know who the alternates are?
Who are the alternates?
Let's just go with the ones I've heard of.
Okay.
Camilo Villegas.
Is it Camilo Villegas?
I thought it was Camilo Villa, Villa, VILL is Villa. Villegas? It's not a J, it's 2 L's.
Yeah, I thought it was pronounced different. Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider-Man. All right.
Do you remember the commercial? Do you remember the quick tangent? Do you remember the commercial of the putting. I think it might have been a Morgan Stanley commercial, actually. He was doing the Spider-Man green reading thing, and like a beetle was walking across the green,
Yeah.
like right in front of his face, and then he like sinks a 40-footer.
Yeah.
And it just misses the beetle. I don't understand what it was about, but
Doesn't make any sense to
I
me.
think it was just to get him on camera doing
Okay.
that pose.
Hudson Swafford.
Mm-hmm.
You know who he is?
I don't know anything about him, but I am familiar with the name.
Okay, you know this name, DA Points.
I do know DA Points. We have a signed golf ball from DA Points
because he's a PGA Tour player.
He's awesome. He's super nice.
Ben Martin.
Never heard of him.
Okay. Seamus Power.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young guy.
Johnson Wagner.
Yep.
There's about 10 or 15 of these guys. That's like, those are the really, really recognizable ones to me. I'm sure they're more recognizable to other people.
And those are the alternates, you said?
Those are the alternates.
So no Vijay Singh.
So Vijay Singh is no longer an alternate.
I know he pulled out, but
yeah,
is Brady Schnell yelling at DA Points?
I don't know. Like, so the other names who are like in, it says Mike Weir is in here.
Mike Weir won the Canadian Open,
but he's on the Korn Ferry Tour now. I guess it might be a different Mike Weir.
No, I think he was relegated down, but still, like you're not gonna moan that a PGA Tour winner.
Ted Potter Jr., PGA Tour winner.
Yep.
I'm just going through these quickly. Sam Saunders, Luke List.
Yep. These are all PGA players.
Scott Langley.
Yep.
There's a lot of people here. Robert Garrigus.
Did Brady Schnell ever play on the PGA Tour?
I think he did for 2 years. Yeah.
I never heard of him until he started
Luke Guthrie.
Yep.
Bo Haig,
I think.
Yeah, I think that's it. Eric Compton, he's won before.
He has. Get Brady Schnell out of here.
Where is it? Sangmoon Bay. I'm pretty sure it's on Korn Ferry Tour. So yeah, so there's recognizable names on the Korn Ferry Tour. These alternates. The thing that annoys me about these alternates is like you're saying, oh, this is an opportunity for young golfers like up and coming. I didn't realize that the Korn Ferry Tour is like full of lifers.
Yeah,
it's sort of like
it's kind of like
in between.
Yeah, where they haven't really stepped up enough on the tour to maintain their card, but this is kind of like their last chance. I mean, we saw back when it was web.com, we saw John Daly play on the web.com tour to reestablish his card so he could go play back on the PGA Tour for 1 year so that he could go straight to the Champions Tour.
Yeah.
He just used it as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
John Daly was on the tour for 20 years before he even went down to web.com. Now, I didn't see Brady Schnell yelling about John Daly.
No, and that's the thing is like Mike, if this is the Mike Weir, which I probably should do a bit more research and find out. He's like he's on the all-time money list with like 28 million.
Yeah.
Like he's been around forever.
So what did Vijay Singh do?
Yeah. Why do you number one, it's going to bring more to your sport to have Vijay Singh there. It's going to bring more attention. More people are going to go to see the Korn Ferry Tour at TPC Sawgrass if Vijay Singh's playing.
Yeah. This isn't like, where's Mike Weir's taking places of better. If Brady Schnell played on the PGA Tour, he's doing the same thing he complained about
Camilo Villegas.
I have no idea.
Yeah, 20 million career earnings.
He was good.
Yeah,
he was really good.
Yeah. So I picked this up from Will Gray, Golf Channel reporter, but he basically says this is the official field. And he says the first 3 alternates for the Korn Ferry Tour opener have combined to win 8 times on the PGA Tour. Like, these dudes are like, oh, I live in Florida and I might as well warm up before the season really kicks off.
But no complaints.
But no complaints from Brady Schnell.
No public complaining.
No.
It's ridiculous.
No, that is absolutely ridiculous. So I am, Brady Schnell is, even if he makes it up to the tour, I'm not a fan of his list.
Not even close.
Fair deal?
That's fair. I'm
We're
going to
talk about that about Vijay Singh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chant Europe at him when he's trying to hit shots like you did USA to Ian Poulter.
We sure did.
Yeah.
That was
all right. That's it. I just wanted to rant about Brady Schnell, and I didn't want to I was just hoping that it was more about sort of he's like go to the Champions Tour, bro. You're a turd. That's gonna be like Brady Schnell. You're a turd.
I heard rumor, and maybe it's not rumor, maybe it's confirmed that speaking of the Champions Tour, and now I just lost. Bernard Langer is going to play at Charles Schwab.
Bernard Langer.
Well, see, names are not our forte.
No, it's not Bernard. It's Bernard.
Bernard.
Yeah, he's German. He's got a green jacket.
He does. He sure does. He's playing on the.
Yeah.
He's playing on the Charles Schwab Challenge. He's taking a spot away from an up and coming.
He's won so many times on the Champions Tour. It's unreal.
It should be called the Bernard Langer Tour.
Yeah, it should be.
That's all it should be. It's ridiculous.
He owns that tour.
He's won.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not a chance anybody ever catches him.
Yeah. All right. That's it. That's all. I only had the one thing for the news because I made the mistake of thinking there was golf this week.
There was no golf. Don't worry. I got you on the news.
All right.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Gunnar.
Yes. Gunnar.
I'm having a hard time hearing.
Gunnar, can you hear me?
I can't hear very well.
I don't think I can hear you, Gunnar. Do you know where New Jersey is?
Yes.
Look, if you know where New Jersey is, you can go get a Beltone hearing aid at Jersey Shore Hearing Aid Specialists, owned and run and operated by a certain Joseph Ridner. And you know what? He'll give you a free hearing test.
New Jersey's just about a 4-hour drive for me, so I could probably swing that.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth the free hearing test, the 4-hour drive. Maybe even spend the day at the shore.
Oh, I could.
Yeah, beautiful Asbury Park, New Jersey is a great place to get a hearing aid.
I'm down.
So if you're having a hard time hearing, your loved ones, your television, your cellular telephone, check out Beltone hearing aids. They've got amazing technology. They're always fairly priced. Hey, did I tell you that you can connect your hearing aid to your telephone?
You did, and I thought that was awesome.
That is incredible. I can't even do that with my headphones most of the time.
I have a question. I have a question for you. So my wife always tells me that there's a difference between hearing and listening.
Yes.
Does it? Hearing aids, I would assume, correct the hearing.
Yeah.
Do they help with the listening?
They do, because without hearing, you can't listen.
Oh, okay. Well, she might just make me get them anyways.
That's fine. Well, now you know where to go.
Now I know where to go.
Head up to Jersey Shore Hearing Aid Centers on the Jersey Shore. That's New Jersey, not Old Jersey, like where I am.
You're in Old Jersey.
Yep. Tell them we sent you. Use the code word golf.
Yep.
So when you call them, just say golf. Or if you happen to be near their office, just walk into the office and say golf loudly.
Just yell golf in the waiting room, and
you'll get a free hearing test.
Yeah, Joseph Ridner might come out and be like, "All right, I got you."
So
free
again,
test.
Great technology, let's just say fair prices.
Low to fair.
The lowest of the fair prices you'll find.
That's right.
Yep. And a free hearing test.
I love it.
Yep. So check out Beltone Hearing Aid Centers, Jersey Shore Hearing Aid Centers in New Jersey, the Jersey Shore of New Jersey. Check that out. Code word golf.
Golf.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Yeah, that was a bit rambly, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Go to Jersey Shore and get your hearing checked by Joseph Rinder at Beltone Hearing Center.
If I had my hearing aid, and I would have been able to hear how long that was and tone it down a bit.
Whatever.
All right. We've got golf this week.
We do have golf this. Hey, everybody. Sorry that Ben made you check out your television. We have golf this week for real. Thursday.
No, don't act like you weren't already looking at your television.
I was already looking at it. On Thursday, the 11th.
Thursday, the 11th.
That's right.
I think that's what sort of weirds me out about Memorial. It's like it's only a month after the first one. They've already announced it. Like, even if this goes horribly wrong, they can't take it back now, can they? I guess they're
going to shut it down. I already told you if it goes wrong, in the smallest of fashions, shut it down. Just quit. Shut it down. I'm sorry you lose the FedEx Cup. I'm sorry you lose the playoff. I'm sorry you lose the majors. Shut it all down. Don't risk it.
Do virtual tournaments. Everybody's got
Call me. Yeah. Call me. I'll do virtual tournaments. You can't find enough guys to play the Golf Club 2019. I can, and I'll smoke all of those tour players. I watched Matthew Fitzpatrick playing that game. He was not as good as me. He was pretty good though. So I want to play him.
Challenge accepted.
Come on.
All right. So the things I'm looking forward to at Colonial.
Yes.
Number one is it's going to feel like a major.
Oh, you are not wrong.
Yeah. And I get it. 3 people aren't going. Adam Scott's not going because he doesn't really want to travel. He also, he said this and we said this earlier. It's like, he doesn't want to be a guinea pig.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I'm totally down with that.
Tommy Fleetwood doesn't want to travel, doesn't want to be a guinea pig.
Right.
And then Patrick Cantley's just sort of like, nah.
I don't know what's going on with Pat. I don't know Patrick Cantley that well.
He's he's a stud, but I think I don't know if he's injury prone, because I know he's had a few, or if he's just sort of like, why am I not winning all the time? Let me relook at, let me reassess. And he's just reassessing too much.
But he's top 10 in the world golf rankings.
Yeah, in the majors last year.
He's so good.
So good, yeah.
He is so good. He's sneaky good at golf.
No, he's not sneaky. I know who he is.
He's crazy good. You're right.
Crazy good,
sneaky, He's sneaky crazy
and he's still under 25. So he's got plenty of time to figure it all out. So I'm not worried about him.
So 7 of the top 10 world golf players are playing in this event. It's going to be gnarly.
And then the second thing I'm looking forward to is who's prepped and who's got rust.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
If Brooks Koepka is still recovering from this knee injury or knee surgery, are we going to call it rust, or are we going to be injury recovery time is a bit longer than you think, isn't it, Brooks?
I think I'm not gonna beat around the bush on this. This is definitely a position you take depending on how you feel about the individual. So if this was Phil Mickelson, I'd be like, oh man, that must have been a deeper injury than expected. If it's Brooks Koepka and he struggles, I'm gonna say, wow, you're rusty, huh? You should have been practicing. You know what I mean? And I think, and then
stop filming Michelob commercials and practice golf.
Yeah, maybe you should play golf. Yeah, exactly. If this was Patrick Reed, I would be like, wow, you're rusty. If
I'd be like,
Tiger Woods, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I hope he's not hurt.
Yeah. You know? Exactly. So those are the two things. It's going to be crazy. I'm hoping that they keep it all in order, because I want this rush to the FedEx Cup to feel I want it to be the new version of golf.
Yes.
I want it to be insanity.
So I have a whole list of deep dive into the Charles Schwab Challenge.
Okay.
And just as a preview for this upcoming, and the field's going to be stacked, and this is going to be really fun. What stood out to me most, though, and we'll get into this in a second, is the amount of FedEx Cup points you get, which doesn't adhere to our prediction 2 months ago. So we have the Charles Schwab Challenge. It's at Colonial Country Club. Kevin Na is the defending champion. He won by 4 strokes last time it was played.
Yeah.
We're looking at just a little over 7,200 yards. It's a par 70, so there's going to be some shorter holes on the course, so it should make for very low scores.
Ben Hogan's won here 5 times. It's called Hogan's Alley.
Yep. It's a John, and I can't pronounce this name correctly, I think, again with names. John Berdamus and Perry Maxwell design.
Okay, yeah, close enough, yeah.
Yeah, the purse is $7.5 million, and it's only worth 500 FedEx points.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the biggest sort of showcase of what this tournament is that like Kevin Na won it by 4 strokes last year.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking like Kevin Na at all, but like he's also the same guy who 2 years ago at like a similar like between majors tournament went out as a single and played like his round of golf at 75 in like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Like is he in the top? He's probably in the top 50 OWGR.
Oh, for sure.
But like you never see him you never see him in the top 25 of the FedEx Cup.
No.
And I think he's got great personality. I think he's a funny guy, but he wins every few years. He's definitely like a lifer on the PGA Tour. I have a feeling he's going to be on the PGA Tour until he moves on to the Champions Tour.
Kevin Na is the 30th most ranked player.
Okay, so inside the top 50, he's the 30th. Yeah.
Yep.
So and I'm sure that win last year helped him immensely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah, he's pretty consistent.
Yeah, he's very, very consistent.
What's neat about Kevin Na, though, is that the lowest round ever scored at Colonial is a 61, and it's been done by 7 players. And Kevin Na actually is one of those 7 players.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
He's the most recent one to shoot a 61.
Yeah. No, I'm not doubting his game. I would love to play him at some point and just be like, wow, you crushed me. That was fun for about 2 minutes.
He seems super personable too.
Yeah. I'd rather play with him. I'd rather play with him than Dustin Johnson or Brooks Koepka.
Any day.
If they were like, look, you can play a twosome with Kevin Na, or you can play in a foursome with Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson, and Patrick Reed. Me and Kevin Na all day.
Yeah. I'd even spring to shut the course down so I could not even accidentally bump into the other group.
Yeah. Like, excuse me, Mr. Na, is it all right if we get out early so we can play 36?
Yeah.
Can we? Like, sure.
Yeah, just keep play until our legs give out.
I'd be like, and you have to walk in every putt, regardless, even if you know you're gonna miss like 2 feet right.
Yeah, every time. And just smile. Please just smile the whole time.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good.
He's a good guy. I like that he's on tour. He's a great guy, good player, does a lot for everybody. But
absolutely.
He's not like one of those he's not a standout like top 10er.
No. So, no, he's not, but when he catches fire, he catches it.
Yeah.
And it's nice.
Yeah. Like if he won a major, I'd be like supremely psyched for him.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Did you know that the Charles Schwab Challenge was 75 years old?
Yeah.
You did? I didn't realize it started in 1946.
Yeah, they only stopped playing it once in 1949 because the river that runs through it flooded.
Wow, you know a lot more than I do about this.
Yeah. And I think they didn't play. I mean, but the thing is the Charles Schwab Challenge has been like a bunch of things.
Oh, it's gone through 9 name changes.
Yeah. So, I mean, to be fair, I'm just really good at reading Wikipedia and memorizing it in 2 minutes.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. No, my favorite moment at Colonial is Annika Sorensen playing there.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hitting
it off that first tee and just like, I did it.
Just this breath of fresh air. Yeah. Just like a sigh of relief. I loved it.
Yeah.
Zach Johnson actually holds the 72-hole record in this tournament with a 259. That's 21 under par.
He's won there twice.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised.
Won in 2010.
Yeah. I always find it like it's one of those things. I always forget he has 2 major titles.
He does.
Like I always forget he has the Masters.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 2008 Masters, and then he's got the 2015 Open Championship because that's the one I was at.
That's right. He does have that.
And everybody's always sort of like, oh, you've got to be Brooks Koepka and you've got to throw it a million billion yards. But I just like, I think he's a really cool guy, and I'm like, I think his average drive is like 280, 285. I don't think he's in the 300s.
You talk about course management players. That's Zach Johnson.
Yeah, he's the first one you talk about.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So Colonial.
Yeah, I also found this interesting. It was a host of the 1975 Players, the 1941 U.S. Open, and the 91 U.S. Women's Open.
Yeah.
So it's had some big gigs.
I mean, it's technically like Ben Hogan's home course, so it's like it's a bit like the Byron Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's 3 or 4 golfers. Well, there's 4 golfers. There will be a 5th golfer who, like, these are named after. You've got Byron Nelson. This should be called like the Ben Hogan Challenge.
The Ben Hogan Colonial Challenge.
Because I think like the 3 hardest holes, I think it's called Hogan's Alley.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got obviously the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill.
Yep.
And then you've got Memorial, but that's at Jack's Place.
It is, yeah.
Right. So like they don't have like the Jack Nicklaus Invitational, do they? So so 3, yeah.
I wonder if there is one on the Champions Tour though.
I think the European Tour has another. Yeah, the European Tour plays something in South Africa, and I think that's like the Gary Player Invitational.
Should be.
Yeah, they've got one named after him. But yeah, so who have you got? Have you got Rory? You think Rory's going to win it? Who do you think's going to make a showing? Who do you think's not going to be there? Who do you think's going to be rusty? Who do you think's going to be good?
So I think you're going to see Justin Thomas with a little bit of rust.
Okay.
I think and I'm going to try and stick in the top 10 here.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see Rory and DJ with, I think they're going to play just about as well as they played at the Driving Relief.
Okay.
And I think you'll see, Phil actually put up much better numbers than he's going to look like in the first round. I think he's going to struggle in the first round.
Yeah.
And then kind of catch fire and throw down some darts.
Yeah.
And really put himself into contention. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are my 3 predictions.
Those are your hot takes. Yeah. I think Rory McIlroy is going to come out hot. But I think he's gonna I think this is a course. I think he's gonna overpower the course. I think this is like a great opportunity for like Rickie Fowler to come out and be like this, like be sort of the next Zach Johnson. Like, not that he isn't already, but like course management. I think if Rickie Fowler and Zach Johnson played a lot of golf together, it would be really good for Rickie. I just don't know.
Oh yeah.
He's from Iowa and he's from Oklahoma, so I don't know if they get along very well.
I think Rickie's from Hawaii.
No, he's from Southern California.
I think he lives in Florida. Is he from California?
Yeah, he's from Southern California. I think his grandfather's Japanese.
His mom's Hawaiian, isn't she?
I don't know.
Who knows? We're not getting into that.
I have no idea.
Rickie, you look good anyways, whatever you are.
Just keep wearing orange.
Whatever nationality you are, you're beautiful.
Yep.
Keep
all right.
Golf.
So yeah, and then do you think it's a mistake that Tiger's not coming out for this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't. Why do you think so?
You want to say golf is back and it doesn't matter if there's fans there and everybody's tune in, you put Tiger Woods in there.
Yeah.
I think that was your guarantee. Plus, to stick Tiger Woods with the field like that, and maybe that's why he's not. Now that I'm saying it out loud, maybe that's why he's not. Maybe he's looking around and be like, oh, well, I don't know if I want to play very well compared to all these. I don't want to look like I've aged on these guys, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a mistake not to for viewing purposes. It's his choice, whatever.
Yeah. I think it's a good choice not to travel right now. I know he could probably have the smallest, safest bubble around him. But I think he should save it up for the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, if you take coronavirus into account, I think this is the perfect choice.
Yeah.
To be honest, if you take coronavirus into account, don't have this tournament at all. But
I don't know. I think like the thing is, and this is why
for golf purposes, I would put Tiger Woods in there.
Yeah, for golf purposes, definitely. I mean, this is sort of the luxury that golf has, which is like they set up a tournament and then everybody gets to make their own decision as to whether or not they're playing.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even think golf has to be like, oh, it's going to be really safe. Golf could basically just be like, you be safe.
Yeah. You choose your safety. Your comfort
like if it was
level,
me, I'd go and I'd find I'd go and rent somebody's private house.
Yep.
And I would drive my own car there from England.
Well, that's a long drive.
It's a long drive. I'd drive, and then I put my car on a boat, and then I'd sail over, and then I would be on the wrong side of the road and everything. But that's what I'm doing because I'm not messing with like you know what I mean. I'd private jet it, and then I'd have like a rental car, and I'd be like, okay, now steam clean this rental car
in front of me.
Yeah, like I want this car to be 500 degrees inside the car.
I want it to be sprayed with bleach.
Yeah.
Right now, just spray it with bleach.
Yeah, no, that's 100%. Yeah. So, I mean, Tiger Woods can have the tightest bubble around him. I think it's more of a playing thing. I just don't think he wants to play in that many tournaments anymore.
Well, he's gonna have to with the rules.
Yeah,
you know, you have to. There's a higher minimum, and
I mean, if he won,
and they have to be different too.
So, if he won the championship at East Lake last year, does he automatically get back into the championship or no?
No.
Right?
No.
He's got to actually
the playoffs are FedEx based.
Okay.
Yeah, because and I can't remember one year somebody won it and then didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
The next year.
Was it Billy Horschel?
It might have been, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Where's he gone?
I don't know, but there's a wasp building a nest on my deck.
Is it one of them killer murder hornet?
It's not, but I still want it gone.
All right. Anything else you want to say about Colonial? Because we just spit out a bunch of facts. Who do you think is going to win?
Nobody in the top 10.
No?
That's my hot take. Nobody in the world golf top 10.
Would you rather pick a winner or the field?
The field.
So you're
okay. Let me ask you this then. Let's do this. Rory McIlroy or the field?
The field.
Okay. Dustin Johnson or the field?
The field. I was going to pick a winner. I was going to pick Rickie as the winner.
I like that. Rickie or the field? I'm taking the field. But
I'm taking Rickie. All
right.
If you were to pick like we don't do the DraftKings thing, but like you were to pick 4 guys to make the weekend, who would it be?
Rickie, Rory, Phil,
Kevin Na.
Kevin Na.
Yeah.
I'm taking him.
I'm picking Zach Johnson, Kevin Na, Rickie, and Rory.
Okay. I like it. Weekend.
And what we'll do is we'll see who earns more. We'll do our own sort of DraftKings thing.
Sure.
And we'll see who earns more money.
Okay.
Right? Isn't that how it works?
Yep.
I mean, should we get into?
I'm not betting.
Okay.
I'm not talking about betting on here. I know very little about betting.
Me too.
I know how to lose my money at it.
Yeah.
I know how to win money at it too, but it's more I can bet better on football. And that's not what we talk about here. So
no. Well, it's because there's only 2 teams. There's not 156 teams.
Yeah, but that's right. I'm better at like point spreads and stuff, not like odds.
All right. Who do you think the winner is going to win? What do you think the score is going to be?
18 under.
Yeah, I was going to go with 21 under.
I'm going to go 18 under, win by 2.
All right, I'm going 21 under, win by 2.
All right, mark it down.
All right.
We'll see where we're at.
Hold on, I'm changing it. I'm saying 21 under playoff.
No, you can't change it.
I did.
You said 21 under, win by 2. You already said it.
All right, fine. You ready? You ready for the next read?
Yep.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Do you like history? Good.
Yes.
So do I. In our podcast, History Through a House, we discuss the history of England through the eyes of a 1,000-year-old house. The last few weeks, we've talked about the Romans. And this week, we're skipping through all of that, dark times.
The Dark Ages?
The Dark Ages.
Oh, man. Why are you skipping through that?
Because there's not a lot of history on it.
All right.
I guess that's basically what it is, yeah. And we're going straight into the Battle of Hastings in 1066. Pretty cool stuff. So if you like that, check out History Through a House. It's a great podcast. We also have another podcast called Legendary, which is just Isidore and Adam, and they talk about creatures from the deep and ghosts and anything that's legendary. So check out that podcast if you like legendary creatures.
Do they talk about Old Tom Morris?
They don't. I'm going to bring up Old Tom Morris. He's not really a creature.
Are we sure?
He might be. I mean, he won the Open like 7 times, didn't he?
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's awesome.
Oh.
Check out the Legendary Tales. Check out History Through a House.
Yeah, we love you.
We love having you guys listening to us. We love all your feedback. Let's get back to the pod.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Wow, that was terrible.
Yeah, that's good.
It was what it was.
It's on brand.
It's on brand.
And our listeners like our brand.
Yeah.
That's why they're listening.
So what do we? It's the third segment. We're doing Would You Rather.
We sure are.
Do you have your Would You Rather?
Yep.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, I played golf yesterday, and it was 1,000,000,000 degrees out because it was at noon. And
Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Both.
Okay.
And I'm in Virginia.
Kelvin.
It was Kelvin, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And those of you who don't know, June and July are the most humid months.
In England, it's like 40 degrees plus humidity.
It is awful.
It's miserable.
All right? So this is my would you rather based on my experience yesterday. Would you rather play in, and I'm sorry for our European listeners, I do use the Fahrenheit.
You don't have to apologize. It's easy enough to figure out.
Not for me, it's not.
If you want, I know it all. So you just ask me and I'll tell you because I do it all the time.
All right. So would you rather play in 85 degrees Fahrenheit?
So it's 34 Celsius.
With 100% humidity. So we're talking like 97 real feel.
That's still humidity. And then that's when it goes up to like 40.
Yeah. With no cloud coverage or just above freezing with complete cloud coverage and a light breeze. The worst of both worlds.
Just above freezing is like 2.
Do you want a scorcher or do you want to be frozen?
To be fair, I'd play in both. I'm going to go with both.
Would you rather? You can't push on a would you rather. You have to pick one. That's the point.
Is this just like on any day? This isn't like the last round of golf in my life.
No. If you were go out and play golf, would you rather it be blistering hot or blistering cold?
I'm going to go with hot.
All right.
I'm going to go with hot. I'm not going to go with cold. I'm going to go with hot.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going cold. Because my skin is hot still.
Yeah.
Right? It's still hot. My ears hurt. Look, I did it right. Okay. I did it all right. All right. Listen to me. I put on sunscreen.
Yeah.
Okay. I drank a half a gallon of water while I was on the course.
Yep.
Okay. I parked in the shade. Okay.
Parked in the shade. You mean like your golf cart?
Yeah. I parked my golf cart in the shade. All right. I didn't drink.
Shame on you.
I did it all right. I got overheated. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
It's too hot. And it was at noon. If it was at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd be fine.
Okay.
That's when I play golf. It's early morning, so I skip all this nonsense. I I feel like my limbs are gonna fall off from heat.
Okay.
Sorry, I had nobody to tell this to, and you're just the first person to listen to my story.
I think the thing is like when it comes to the cold, I don't mind like the problem is when it's blistering hot, when it is like 40 and humid,
Mm-hmm.
like you're just sweating through everything
Yes.
and you're uncomfortable. Like I just sweat through everything and I'm uncomfortable. Um when it's that cold, I just don't want to be playing.
Mm,
Like cuz the thing is I end up layering
right. And then you
and then
get too
I get
stuck.
I get so warm in the layers. I start taking the layers off, then I get too cold. Like I'd rather sort of just be hot for 4 hours and be done with it
Right.
than be sort of like, okay, like I'm hot because I'm like walking to my ball, and now I'm cold because I'm waiting for somebody else to hit. Now I'm really cold because I'm like driving in the cart.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so I'm gonna go with a hot day because it's just gonna be hot.
But then you get in your car at the end of the round and it's 1,000 degrees in your car. I had a great time. I had a
I've,
great time.
I've got a tough one
I'm
for you.
hot. All right, what's yours?
Would you this is a simple one. I'm just going simple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather play like the most beautiful mountain course in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Or would you rather play the most beautiful beach course in the world?
Oh, that is tough. I like both.
Yeah,
So I play at this I play at this course called Shenville. It's a Bobby Jones course.
not a real mountain. That's the Adirondacks.
It's on a mountain. It's carved through the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Okay.
Now, being from Colorado, it is not a mountain.
Yeah.
Rockies are a mountain.
Yeah. That's
But
what I was saying. Like,
yeah, but it is what it is. It's the
okay.
Blue Ridge Mountains. It's
Yeah.
carved through there. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It definitely takes the slopes of the hills and the peaks and whatnot. So the beach is better than the mountains. And one reason, in the mountains there are bears, and
What are they like? Did they eat your golf ball?
and they have access to all the mountain. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
the beach there are sharks, but they're in the water, and I don't
Yes.
go in the because of the sharks. I don't belong in there.
That's
So
fine.
the beach all day just because of the bears. I've decided bears make or break it. Give me the beach, and it's beautiful, and it's usually breezy. I
Yeah,
like
it is
that,
breezy. Yeah.
and it smells nice.
Yeah.
Beach smells better than woods smell. Let
Yeah.
me tell you.
I'm gonna go with the beach, and I'm going with one reason and one reason alone. It's not sharks or bears.
Mm.
I hate losing my golf ball in the woods.
That's much more reasonable than
Because
mine.
I'm like, I know my golf ball is under a leaf. I know that I'm 5 feet away from my golf ball and I still can't find it.
Right.
And so I've got to like take a drop from like outside. If I hit a ball into the ocean or into the water or into the beach, like I'm like, it's gone. All right, just reload.
We call that the PGA Tour drop. Or
Yeah.
if we had fans,
We'd find it.
We'd find it.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's the most aggravating thing to me in the entire world in golf is losing a golf ball in the second cut before the tree line.
Yep.
100%. You're like, I hit it 200 and it's just, and usually like there's a ditch and like the mower goes over it. So it falls like 4 inches down and you just don't know it. Drives me bonkers.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I like it. All right.
Yeah.
Beach.
So we'll have to go play golf at the
Hot,
beach
cold.
sometime.
And I like putting these out on Instagram or Would You Rather. So I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah, all the time.
People like it.
Yeah. People like being
Keep the
involved.
people.
I think we need to start doing some Instagram lives soon together.
We should do like a Q&A.
Yeah. All right.
I like it.
What are you doing in golf this week?
Playing it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just so excited, and I want to give a shout out to great buddy of mine, Steven Stark at Steven Stark Music on Instagram.
Okay.
He plays for if anybody, and this is just a plug for him, he's such a great guy. He's a very, very talented singer. He sings country, rock, blues, everything.
Okay.
So super talented. He's the one who took me to the U.S. Open.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's one of my best friends in the whole world. And we went out and played yesterday. The only downside is he doesn't like playing golf early in the morning, so we end up playing at noon. And then my skin fries regardless of my efforts. No, but we went out yesterday. We had a great time. It was fantastic. We played at a beautiful course, and just crushed it, man. I was just on fire. My driver was on full send all day.
That's good. That's a good feeling.
And I told you in the beginning of the podcast, I was going to tell you my story of how I got to ignite full send mode and hit bombs all day.
Is that like NBA Jam? You just like hit 3 threes and then it's on fire?
It was on fire all day. And yeah, so let me tell you this. I was watching the replay of the 2016 NCAA championships, and this kid lined up his long iron, okay? And it was almost at address. It was almost at impact point.
Yeah.
Like, where it whips through.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, well, that seems interesting. And he smoked it. I mean, just completely smoked it. So I went out yesterday. I set up my driver at full impact at address.
Mm-hmm.
Bombs.
What do you mean by full impact?
I like full extension, right? I set up to where I would fully extend. But that was my address point.
You're not trying to like save the shot by tweaking your arms in.
Right.
Yeah.
I set it up. My address was where I would finish at extension.
Yeah.
I mean, I was trying it out on the driving range. I drove through the range into the woods in the back.
So what's that, 200, 220?
No, it was more like it was more like carrying close to 280.
Wow.
And I hit 10 drives yesterday over 300 yards. I have completely fixed, and they were all like bullet straight to take from Tommy Fleetwood. Bullet straight. They were beautiful.
We're not friends anymore.
I'm locked in. I have the game. The only thing that let me down yesterday was my wedges, but we all know as players that means I made a bunch of wedge mistakes, and I'm blaming my golf clubs. But yeah, everything else was working, man. I'll tell you what, I was so excited.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I am putting the head back onto my Scotty Cameron Bullseye putter.
Fantastic, finally.
Getting more YouTube videos up.
Yes.
So that's going to be fun.
Great with that.
I feel like I haven't done that much, but yeah. So I'm gonna do video course stuff, and then I'm also gonna start reviewing clubs I've gotten out of the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun.
It sounds so funny when you say it. I know what you mean, but yeah.
What do you mean? Well, no, they're literally at like somebody throws them away, and buddy, my next door neighbor works at the dump.
But he brings them to you.
Yeah.
So you didn't get them out of the garbage. Somebody else did.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And then I'm still working on breaking 40.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going out to play golf tonight. I will post on Instagram or something if I break 40. That's sort of like my challenge right now. As a 10.5 handicap, if I can shoot a 39, that's to my handicap.
That's right.
So I want to be playing to my handicap before like all the tournament stuff comes in, because all the tournaments start picking up in the next few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very, very excited for that. And then, I think on the YouTube thing, I think I'm going to start playing courses around here. I'm going to do them in 9-hole intervals, see if I can find somebody who wants to match play. My instructor wants to do he wants to basically start videoing our lessons.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to edit them and throw them up there. I think there's just going to be a ton of video content coming out in the next few weeks, and I just hope everybody's as excited for it as we are.
Yeah, I love it. I'm excited.
So,
so
subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's the Swingdom on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And to mention exciting news, Ben, we officially have a winner for our Instagram contest. for a free dozen of Bridgestone balls. How exciting.
That's very exciting. It is that exciting.
I love this thing. I'm going to do it one more time.
Okay. That's awesome. Thank you. So did you spin the wheel? How does the wheel? Okay, we get it. Did you spin a wheel? How did we find out the winner?
Okay, so I numbered all of our. I had to go through and make sure everybody was a subscriber.
Yep.
And tagged 2 friends.
Yep.
And liked the post.
Yes.
We got through that. I gave everybody a number in order of comment.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I went to random.org. It's a beautiful website. It calculates random stuff.
Cool.
I put in the range of numbers and it picked our number, and our winner is Dylan Hutchins out of Utah, as a matter of fact, at BYU.
Congratulations, Dylan.
Yeah, congratulations. And they have a wonderful golf program at BYU. So you are a lucky winner of free Bridgestone golf balls. We'll reach out to you. We'll announce you as the winner on Instagram.
Hey, congratulations, Dylan.
Yeah, and you just let me know which box of balls you want, and I'll go pick them up.
Yeah, we'll send them to you in the mail.
That's right, in the mail.
In the mail.
All right.
All right.
Well, go check us out on Instagram at The Swingdom, on Twitter at The Swingdom, on Facebook, The Swingdom.
Yep.
Yeah. Rate, review on iTunes, please. That helps us out so much.
Yeah.
Check us out on Stitcher, Spotify, Google.
Any podcasting. Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
And then check out and subscribe to the YouTube, because I think once we get to 100 YouTube subscribers, we're going to start doing giveaways as well on YouTube.
I like that. Very cool.
Yeah. We're just going to try to give away a bunch of things so people pay attention to us.
Yeah, pay attention to us. We'll give you free stuff.
Yeah.
Listen to our podcast on iTunes. Leave us a review. Rate and review it.
All right, awesome. Hey, Gunnar.
Yeah.
Good luck this week in all things golfing.
Hey, good luck to you, my friend.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy.
All right, bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to The Swingdom. Remember, we're just 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given.